I'm going to show you today essentially how to download and set up OBS. So I'm going to click here in the browser. So I just searched capital OBS. So I'll do it again. This is Open Broadcast Software. Essentially what you want to do, you want to click Windows 10 or Mac if you have Mac or Linux if you have Linux. But this is what I clicked, and I'm going to look at my tabs right here. So I already went ahead and downloaded it because it took a long time, but I ran the executable and I just set up the wizard like you guys always set up when you download something. It may say this is a harmful file, would you choose to keep? My security system says that, but there's nothing wrong with this file. It's open source, which makes it kind of vulnerable if, per se, you have a hacker after you. But there's really no reason to be worried about this tutorial or this certain software. I've been using it for about 2.5 years now, and I haven't had any issues. So I have chosen to launch OBS, so I'm going to finish this. And as you can see right here, mine is already set up, but let me go ahead and delete. So, alright, minus, yeah. That's my gaming cameras. Okay, well, I'm going to set up a whole new one, so I'm going to put speech. So I guess that'll work. Alrighty, now, before you do anything, you want to go to settings, and you want to make sure your language is in English. You want to go to your output. You want to make sure your output is going to be in MP4. And essentially, encoder hardware doesn't matter. You want it to be a high quality. Next, you want to go to your audio. You choose whatever sample rate you want. Mine's just set to the default one. It doesn't really matter. Next, we're going to go to my video. Now, here's an important one you guys may not have. Mine is set to 60 FPS, and my aspect ratio is 1920 by 1080 because I have a monitor. But if you guys are on a laptop or so, you might want to choose the 1280 by 720, depending on whatever essentially size of the screen you have. So you want to set that to. So we're going to go back. I'm going to say OK. Now, there's nothing here, so how do we get something here? We're going to go here to sources, and then we'll set up sources. We want to, first I'll do a display capture. I'll just do display capture too. Perfect, see that? It's capturing my current screen. That's what you want to do. Next, after this, we need some way to get audio, so I'm going to do an audio input capture. I'll just add one of my existing ones. I'll put input capture 3. So as you can see right here, this is how you can tell if it's capturing audio, is essentially right here, because you'll see the decibel meter starts to spike a little bit. And essentially for this, setting it up, for properties, I just put whatever microphone you're using, so that microphone. And if you need to, you can put your own camera over it. So if you want to do that, you do video capture device. I'm going to just add my existing camera. And oh, where is that? Oh, well, it's being currently used by another software, so it's not going to really be on, but that's okay. When you guys are doing this, it won't be using by any software, and that's an important thing. Make sure Zoom is closed and any other software that might be using your camera is off, because your camera cannot be used by 2 or more softwares at once. It just doesn't allow that, or at least mine doesn't. Use mine. But anyway, here I can adjust how loud. So if you're too loud, you can turn this all the way down. So notice how I'm speaking, it's not even barely picking it up. Go all the way up, it's back to picking it up. Desktop audio, how loud do you want it to be? And essentially this is how you set up your recording software. And what you can do is, I'm not going to press start recording because it'll close this recording, but when you start recording, it'll should pop up this red meter, or this recording will start to count. And at this point, you can minimize that and just start talking over whatever you want to in any PowerPoint presentation you want over it. So this is how you essentially do the PechaKucha. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.